morning, Collabo Live 106.5 FM. I am in the studio with some wonderful people because today we are on Atlanta, Broadway, Atlanta, Hollywood. That's the topic for the show. I have Dior Metcalf, who is joining us by phone from Best of Atlanta Concerts. And Dior, say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody. How you doing?
Hey, hey, hey. And then I have on my left the great and wonderful actress extraordinaire, author, Toni Henson from Atlanta's Black Theater Festival. And on my right, I have the wonderfully talented Miss Barbara Young from Comcast TV 25. And we'll be right back. We're going to go join Mr. Melvin Jones on Funky Town Shuffle. And then we're going to run into a little Kebby Williams, the new Grammy Award winner. So enjoy.
Now, baby, think about y'all now. I want you so bad, baby. Want your love so bad. It's early in the morning, but I gotta have you. I want you the right way. I want you, but I want you to want me too. Want you to want me too. Just like I want you. Oh, I give you all of the love I want in return, darling. But half the love is all I feel. Oh, it's just too sad, just too sad. You don't want me now. Gonna change your mind someday, some way, somehow.
Go live with Cairo Queen Collabo Live 106.5. Had a bit of a technical difficulty there with Kevin's song. We'll get it straight another day. This is now Mr. H3 doing a little remix on the Marvin Gaye cut. Hope you like that. We're going to talk over this while I talk to, who should I start with? I have so many talented people in here. We have all of, the whole Atlanta movement that's coming forward with this industry of Hollywood moving to Atlanta. I mean, starting with, I guess you could say Tyler Perry kicked all this off, right? And then we have these emerging artists coming from all sorts of walks that are doing their own thing and making their own ways and blazing trails for everything here and there. So, I mean, I guess I could start on that note with, Toni, Miss Toni Henson, executive producer, Micah 68, okay, and for the Atlanta Black Theater Festival. Look, I had twisted this up so much during the course of the week, it hasn't even been funny, but we have some major giveaways to do today. Got Dior on the phone. Dior's gonna do a giveaway at about Micah. Dior's going to do some giveaways today on the radio, and I have some tickets for a concert, or not a concert, a play that's coming up. I Do Maybe, which is by W.T. Jones Studio. That's going to be at the Port of Francis this weekend on Sunday. Starts on April 1st. It's going to be a big boom. Dior has some things he's going to give away. If anybody else wants to give away anything, that's fine with me too. Oops. So Toni, tell me a little bit about, I mean, you have multiple companies and a whole lot of experience. We can go on for hours because we had a lunch date and talked about a lot of things. I was amazed. She's very intelligent. So tell me a little bit about, let's talk about the Atlanta Black Theater Festival first.
Sure.
Okay.
I'd love to. The Atlanta Black Theater Festival.org is is the brainchild, actually it's a copycat brainchild of the DC Black Theater Festival and the National Black Theater Festival. And basically what happened was I was producing and directing theater. And, well, let me tell you when it's going to be first. It's going to be on October the 4th through the 7th. That's Columbus Day weekend, right in the middle of the Arts District in Atlanta. So we're going to be at the 14th Street Playhouse. We've got the Lowe's booked for as our host hotel site. And we're right in the midtown of the Arts District.
That's
so
going to be nice. Lowe's Hotel?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It's a 4.5-star hotel. And it's beautiful. Have you ever been there? I went there for the first time to tour it. Oh my goodness.
Renee Miller does some jazz shows there once every month on Thursday.
Yeah, I did hear about the live
It's always
Thursday
packed.
night. Yeah, so we can finally make that public. We've been struggling with negotiating with different hotels, and we finally selected the host hotel as the Lowe's. So we're excited about it. It's going to be 40 plays in 4 days.
Wow.
40 plays in 4 days, and that's what we're and in terms of festival in comparison to the other two, we're probably right in the middle. National's a little smaller; they have about 25 a year, and then the DC Black Theater Fest, theirs is in June, and they've got about 125 plays. So we're
how many people are we talking about coming into the city of Atlanta for this?
I'm glad you asked. We're expecting over 300 artists, cast, crews, producers, directors, and on top of that, approximately 5,000 to 6,000 patrons. So there'll be a whole lot of folks descending down on Atlanta and we're calling it a theater lovers paradise. So you can go see plays every day from Thursday to Sunday, from all day from 11 a.m. to 11 at night. So
okay, that's going to be big. So all you sponsors out there who, you want to tap into something different, I mean, this is a big move for anybody, I think, as far as like trying to branch out into the division of theater, something that Atlanta really, I mean, it's kind of fresh in Atlanta still.
I think there's opportunity. I always talk about theater and the preservation of Black theater, and it's a very important topic to me, and it's close to my heart because I grew up in the backyard of Broadway in Newark, New Jersey, Hillside, Newark, New Jersey, and it was always something that we just did. Theater was just as common to us as it was
going to church,
people going to the movies. Really,
going to movies, going to church.
Yeah,
yes.
it's just regular entertainment. And actually, the first date that I went on with my husband, we went to go see Two Trains Are Running with August Wilson. So we always did theater. So when I came to Atlanta about 5 years ago, I saw that Tyler Perry had one end of the city, and Kenny Leon with True Colors had the other, and Jasmine Guy had the other end of the city, and there was a huge opportunity in between.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when I started producing and directing my plays, I realized that this is a really prime area and there's a lot of talent here. So I said, well, we need to take this to the next level. So you know how you sleep at night and you think, and you get that inspiration?
Yeah.
Well, one night I got that inspiration from God, and he said, okay, we can do a festival. So I was like, festival? So I'm typing in Atlanta Black Theater Festival, and I realized that there is none. And I'm like, wow, this big city
Found a
with
niche.
1 point.
Wow.
Yeah. I started doing the demographic studies, and I found that there's 1.2 million African Americans here, the second largest concentration or population of African Americans, and we've got Tyler Perry and Kenny Leon and a whole lot of opportunity in between.
Right.
So I thought about, where are these people coming from? They're coming from New York, Ohio, Chicago, Detroit, LA, and New Jersey. These people are used to theater. But I said, wow, this is a niche that is a need that's not being filled. So we have a lot of regional theaters, a lot of small plays, but again, nobody with the platform or the money to really produce something on a massive scale. So that was the answer to me. So that's what we said, 40 plays in 4 days. We'll produce, we'll do all of the business side of it, because every artists are artists, and they're normally not business people. We'll do the business side of it. We'll do the business side of it, and all you have to do is bring your play here. Everybody shares and pools in their resources, and that's how we make it work. So that's what we're so excited about it, and I've got so much to say about what's happened over the last 2 weeks since we booked this interview, but we've had so many people are calling us. I just got off the phone today and I'm going to announce it. It's shaky, but I'm going to announce it. But Richard Pryor's daughter, has an awesome jaw-dropping one-woman show called Fried Chicken and Latkes. So I talked to her producer.
Wow.
You heard of it.
Yeah.
It's in New York now. And I talked to her producer today. He just gave me the go. He said it's a go.
All
So
right.
I'm so
Wow. Okay.
excited about that.
Congratulations.
So I told him, I said, we're going to open. We're going to have a red carpet event. We're going to open with your play. We're going to roll out. We're going to roll out the red carpet for her. This sister is talented. I mean, beyond your belief, she's talented. And she did the DC Black Theater Fest last year. I'm not sure if she's doing it this year, but she did it last year. So she's going to be our opening. And then even on top of that, 2 weeks ago, I got submission. And I'm looking at my internet submissions. And it's, guess who? Melba Moore. So
Yeah.
Melba
Oh,
Moore
really?
with her
Yeah.
show, yes, Still Standing, which is also in New York this week. She has booked with us, and she's going to be a
That's
part of the theater fest.
wonderful.
Congratulations.
So
That's
we are so
congratulations.
excited. Yes, we are so excited. And I got another call, but I'm not going to announce that one yet. I want y'all to stay tuned. And it's even bigger with an all-star cast that's hitting Broadway in the, late fall this year. So I'm going to announce that later. That's a little bit premature to announce publicly. So, but I got the producer's attention, and he's called, and we've talked on the telephone. We've texted each other. So we're excited about what's going to happen in Atlanta in October 4th to the 7th. That's AtlantaBlackTheaterFestival.org. So right now, I know you want to talk. You're going to get a word in.
I'm really,
No, Toni,
I love
I'm
your energy.
Yes, I'm
you know?
excited.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
truly.
big. I mean, because Go Live was not meant just to be about, just music.
Okay.
Live meaning, live theater, live TV, live radio,
Yeah.
live shows. We're going live, and this is a part of what, this whole entire network of what I personally do is about, is bringing
That's
all
true.
these resources together like Dior, because Dior, I know you're over there thinking right now about what you could probably be doing with this this lady and her events coming forward, because Dior has some major things that Dior is major. And people, he doesn't like to give himself credit, but Dior has a lot of great resources. And Best of Atlanta concerts in like all the big name locations, Fox Theater. I'll let Dior tell himself. God bless every endeavor that you have. I'm going to come back to you because I want to talk about the green hoodie.
Oh,
Okay.
for sure.
For sure.
So thank you so much for that. This Toni Henson. Okay. Atlanta Black Theater Festival.org. Dior, talk to me.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about Best of Atlanta concerts. And actually, given what you just heard, I think that that'd probably be a great client. But anyway, so
I know. I'm
I'm trying to push business your way.
Exactly.
Hello?
Yes, we're here. We're listening. And tell us about you, how you came across doing this Best of Atlanta concerts, and what it is your service provides for, and you have big clientele, so.
Well, I guess to answer your first part, I got into doing this kind of accidentally. My background was I went to school for economics, and I was in the mortgage industry for several years. And I just kind of stumbled upon it one night. I was in a venue, and as usual, there wasn't a lot of support for the artist in particular that was playing that night. And it was a fantastic artist, and I forgot the actual name, but it was an Atlanta venue. And it was like on a probably Wednesday, Thursday night, it's probably like 10 people in there. I said, man, it'd be great if people were able to know about these kind of shows and events and know what's going on. And at the time, a lot of that kind of music, it was a jazz club at the time, didn't really feature a lot of the kind of music that adults like to listen to, which is jazz and blues and Latin music and world music and theater and dance and stuff like that. Especially if you're talking about on a local level, they would do national acts and not so much the smaller local stuff. So, and then Atlanta is kind of unique in the sense that we have a very big transit population. People
Very
coming in
big.
from different parts of the country, and they're very new to the city, so they're not aware of the things that are going on as well. And to be honest with you, even the locals, people kind of stay in their little neighborhood and don't venture out much, especially if they don't know where to venture to. So.
Correct.
We try to be that place that that people can go to help them discover some of the great live music that's out in Atlanta, and in particular great shows. And that's what we do. We feature great local and national shows, whether it be at concerts, whether it be theater or dance. and we want people to have a good time. And there's a lot of stuff out there that people aren't aware of.
A lot
and
of
I
stuff.
think the statistics say that there's about 2,000 events in Atlanta on a daily basis. But we don't cover all 2,000, only the best. That's what we call Best Atlanta Concerts. So people could go on and find out about the shows from some of the top venues in the city. They can win some tickets to shows. They can see our calendar, see what's coming up down the road. So they can kind of really familiarize themselves with what the city has to offer culturally and from a musical, theater, and dance perspective.
So you really are trying to give Atlanta that exposure to the things that they probably want to know about and have no way to find out about because it's never advertised, right?
Right. I mean, it's not that it's never advertised. I mean, there is some out there. We just try to basically be the filter for them. There's a lot of information out there that people kind of can sift through and get confused, and we just try to really simplify it for them. We basically try to get the kind of shows that, adults would like. We do a lot of the jazz. We feature a lot of blues. We feature Latin music. We feature world music. Matter of fact, we got some Zydeco Creole music coming up this weekend. We have.
Where?
I'm sorry.
Where's that at?
Coming from New Orleans.
Where?
So we do that kind of music. New Orleans. He's out of New Orleans. And last week we featured a young lady. She's from India and Spain at the Rialto. And we featured everybody from Peebo Bryson to Earl Clue. We got George Benson coming up. We got Incognito coming up. We've done just all the major venues here in the city, major and small venues. So if you kind of, we try to make a place where people can discover and go out there and have a little adventure, but kind of get an idea of what to expect before going out. I mean, we have videos, a lot of the shows that we feature. There's a description, you can see pictures of the artist, and we give you all the information about the venue, so you can kind of go in knowledgeable and not make sure, that you're not getting involved in something that's not your taste. So you want to kind of get a pre-sample of the Best Atlanta Concerts spot.
That's right. The #1 media entertainment informative association in Atlanta.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
After me. I'm joking.
Of course, after you.
Don't joke.
Ladies first, right?
So, okay, well, I appreciate you getting on. Did you want to do a giveaway now? You know what? Let's play a song. And then we'll come back, do a giveaway, and then we'll talk to the Comcast lady extraordinaire, Barbara Young. Yay! And then we'll have a little chit chat. I have some tickets, 2 giveaways for the Sunday event, which is I Do Maybe at the Port of Francis, the W.T. Jones studio. First person that calls in for that at 404-567-5831. That's 404-567-5831. You'll get those tickets. And then Dior's going to do his giveaway after the song. And this is Toni Red's Close to Me off of Catching the Red Eye. And hit play.
To be close. to be close to me.
Go live with Cairo Queen, Collabo Live, 106.5 FM. We are in the studio. It is Atlanta, Broadway, Atlanta, Hollywood, and I am being joined by some wonderful people who are all in this big industry. I wanted to do this show because last year they reported that Atlanta made $681 million point something dollars from the tax credit that they allow for the film industry to come into Atlanta. So I figured, okay, well, I need to start getting involved in that some kind of way or another so I can take what we do with music and intercept somewhere along the lines, because I want some of that money. Don't you want some of that money, Doughboy?
I want it all.
Yeah, he said he wants it all, but hey.
Yeah, I want some.
You're like on the verge of getting it.
Not on the verge. Have it. Get it correct.
Having
I want it all and distribute it amongst everybody.
Really quick, 404-567-5831. Get you some tickets to the Porter Sanford event on
That's right.
on
Rainbow.
Sunday, April 1st. That is for the W.T. Jones play called I Do, Maybe. I have to introduce this young lady behind me because she's been sitting here taking in the jazz and she's like having a great time, right? Mm-hmm. Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
How old are you? 9. I got a 9-year-old jazz head in the house. Yay!
Oh, keeping jazz alive.
Keisha.
That's how we keep it alive.
Tanasia.
Come on.
I'm going to get it right, I promise. She's supposed to be my best friend, so. Along with Dior, Best of Atlanta Concerts. Dior, what do you have to give away for us?
We got a pair of tickets to Churchill Grounds for this Saturday night.
Oh, yeah? Who's at Churchill Grounds?
We have the Churchill Grounds Quartet.
The Churchill Grounds Quartet, which is, I wonder who's on that quartet. That's going to be a great show.
Yeah.
I already know that because it's at Churchill Grounds, and Sam doesn't let junk come in, so I love you, Sam, like I tell you every Tuesday. But Churchill Grounds is right next door to the Fox Theater. So the next person that calls in, 404-567-5831, gets a free pair of tickets to go see the Churchill Grounds Quartet.
Okay, can you hear my phone ringing? I want those tickets.
Oh, can she call in from the inside and get them? Does it work like that?
It works.
It's up to Dior. Dior, if you take that, where is Terence at? Anyway,
What do?
Boop, 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 boop. Can you hear my phone?
She's really calling. Look, she's calling you, Dior. So, okay, 404-567-5831. If you are in Atlanta and you want those tickets, call in now. I'm going to post this on Facebook really quick. And then I want to introduce the lovely and gorgeously talented Miss Barbara Young from Comcast 25.
I want those tickets.
Okay, Barbara, tell me a little bit about you and what you have going on, all the shows and things that you do. Barbara is actually pretty well known, I guess, throughout Atlanta and other places. TV lady, you have a talk show and all sorts of things.
Actually, I've been on ice. Thank you. I'm melting.
That sounds
And,
cool.
thank you for all the good words. This is wonderful. I was kidnapped. I was
Oh,
kidnapped, yes, and I'm
I didn't
here.
know.
I was supposed to be at the Blueprint event, Les Roberts Blueprint event, and 19-hole golf magazine with Renee Noor, and I was on my way to that and ran into my friend Lorraine, your grandma, who kidnapped me, Big Mama. And she was like, "You want to go for a ride? And we're going to go visit Monica at the radio." I was like, "Sure, fine." Like, okay, I'm here.
I'm
No
glad
problem.
you came.
I am glad I came.
I'm
Look
so
at it. You
happy.
never know. I'm right place and right time to get to meet Toni. And I'm just excited for you.
Thank you.
I don't have to talk about myself. I like talking about other people. That's what Comcast is about. I want to hear about others.
Oh,
Because
that's cool.
without your support, there is no Comcast. So
All
and-
right, you heard that. Without your support, there is no
Comcast, and you know,
So, okay, and to all the people in the radio, I want to say thank you for listening. The people out in New York who are on the Rhythm Up station, thank you for listening. The people online, livestream.com/collabo music, thank you all for listening. Callers, 404-567-5831. I'm posting this on Facebook now. Listen, Toni, you have a cause that you are here representing right now. And I want you to tell everybody about the hood that you're wearing. It's not a fashion statement.
No, it's not, even though it's a bright green.
I love
It's
it.
cute though.
It looks great.
I'm
She's
a chick.
wearing her
It's
locks.
cute.
She's wearing her beautiful locks all the way hanging down, and the lime green hoodie. It's beautiful.
Thank you. I'm hanging out here more often. Y'all
Do
give me
that.
so much love.
I know.
Do that.
No, I'm a mother of two boys, two teenage boys. I have a brother. I have a father. I have two grandfathers. I have uncles, and I have cousins. And any one of them could have been nephews and nieces too. Any one of them could have been Trayvon Martin.
Right.
So I am in serious agony and pain as a mother, and over this, what I consider to be a travesty of injustice. And I am calling not only for the arrest of Zimmerman, but I am also calling for the arrest of the police officers who fail to do their duties. That is my movement, because Zimmerman can only get away with what the authorities will allow him to get away with.
Give
Right.
me a little background on what's going on. Give me the storyline. for-
Absolutely, I've been
Okay.
following it because I
I
come
know.
from a family of law enforcement officers. I actually, in another life that I had, I used to work as a prosecutor's investigator. So I'm really familiar with the law. I'm a graduate of Police Academy, and I worked in Essex County, New Jersey, which was considered at one point in time the homicide capital of the world. So I've investigated a whole lot of. I've done a whole lot of criminal investigations. My father was a retired homicide detective. My brother is a fireman, and my mom was a cop. I mean, we've been in law enforcement for a long time. But what happened was, and if for those of you who have been living under a rock, this young man, 17-year-old boy, was leaving his father's girlfriend's house in Sanford, Florida, where when he went to the store to get him and his little brother some snacks, and he had some tea and some candy, and he was walking down the street on the phone with the phones in his ear. And you know, all of our teenagers have their phone in their ear, but he was talking to his girlfriend. And when he was talking to his girlfriend, he was dictating the last moments of his life, where he talked about somebody following him. Now, 911 tapes corroborate this. This man, Zimmerman, followed him in his car and then got out of his car, and the 911 operator advised him not to follow him because the Zimmerman called 911, because when he saw this young man, Trayvon Martin, he declared this person suspicious. Trayvon Martin was walking down the street. He had a hoodie on his head, and he had the hood on, and he was running because it was raining. And this man declared that he was suspicious, and then decided that he was going to take the law into his own hands as a neighborhood vigilante. I call him a gang member, because that's what gangs do. They prowl neighborhoods and they look and see who's there. So he's a gang member as far as I'm concerned. And he shot this boy in cold blood, and no arrest was made. Now, they talk about something about some stand your ground law, which is a bunch of hogwash. That's his defense. That should be what he tells the jury. They should have arrested him on site. But what happened was the Sanford police decided that, or whoever in charge decided that they did not have probable cause to make an arrest. When you have a dead boy, you have a gun, you have a street, you have witnesses, you have what they call a crime scene. That is a crime scene. You have blood, you have injuries, you have a crime scene. Photographs should have been taken. They were not taken. And what makes my blood curdle is the fact that they did not notify this boy's parents for 3 days after the parents filed a missing person report. They did not notify him that their child was dead. And that's how they found out that he was a victim of a crime. It is a travesty. It is not a moment. It is a movement. It is the civil rights issue of 2012. And if this does not spark people to want to go out and vote, to get registered. So I have over 1,300 Facebook friends, and I'm just letting them know right now, if you're my Facebook friend and you are not registered to vote, unfriend me. Because if you have people who are dying in the streets. We've got to get registered. The best way to fight this is to organize. Join your local NAACP and register to vote. Join your political party. Get actively involved. I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're a Republican. I don't care. Get out and vote and make your voice heard. Get engaged. Get involved. Don't let the enemy distract you with busyness, work, and getting your hair done, your nails done, because our kids are dying. I have 2 teenage boys. Our kids are dying. And it's just, I've just had enough of it.
Toni, I want to add to that situation, just in general. One thing I want to make a comment on it. These words were spoken to me by a really dear friend of mine who's like a family member in Philadelphia, that in the last 2 years was known as the murder capital of teens in the city of Philadelphia. Approximately every day, anything from 2 to 5 teenagers were murdered, black on black crime, with no arrests. And you said our teens are being murdered. Yes, it is a genocide. It's a genocide that's going on and have been going on in our country for years. And my good friend from Philadelphia, that's like a family member, Debbie Taylor, once told me, if we don't stand for something, we'll fall for anything. if we don't stand for something here, we'll fall for anything. And this tragedy is not uncommon. It's the same thing since the beginning of time.
Yes.
Malcolm X, our great brother, minister, also stated we just didn't land on planet right here, Planet Rock. Planet Rock landed on us.
Plymouth Rock.
Plymouth
Yeah, I
Rock.
was gonna say,
Plymouth
yes,
Rock.
yes.
Yes, landed on us. And we have to get involved with our youth. They can't just grow themselves. They can't nurture themselves as parents. I don't have children, but there's a lot of children out there that I mentor and talk to because I love them, because they don't have anyone. There's no one actively involved in their life, what's going on with our youth. And they are dying by the wayside from different tragedies across the U.S. And we could name them over and over again. I hurt inside for the family, and my sympathy and grace and mercy to the family with this young man. And to understand is to be in that situation. I had a situation that occurred to me last year, and I was being stalked in my own home. So you don't have to walk outside in America and situations like that happen. It can happen to you in your own home. Last year, I was being stalked by someone, had no idea. The police constantly came to my home here in Georgia, and they were looking for a person, and the only one at the home was me. And they constantly came with, I'm looking for this female. She put out a distress call that she was hurt, and she gave this address. I'm like, well, did she give this phone number? I mean, could you trace her phone number? And it happened so many times that I started to get leery of the police. And to live in fear is not a good thing. And that's what this young man with his, last breath was, this man is following me. He's chasing me. And Zimmerman was told not to get out of his car and follow the young man. Fear, false evidence appearing real. But all of this was real to Trayvon. He was being stalked. He was being hunted. And his life was taken away from him. And in that situation, it just reflected on with me. I was being stalked. And I was afraid for my life from the stalker. I was also afraid from the police because protection. I asked, are you here to kill me? I didn't want to be another statistic. And how many times often have we heard on the radio or seen on the news, you're in your own home and a police officer or someone tears down your door and accuse you. You're afraid on all sides.
I think once you get you have a society that where authority is not respected, you have an erosion that's going to take place. So this whole thing is a balloon that's going to blow up, and it's going to burst if something is not done. And the reason why I gave my background is because I think it's important. I think when people talk about it, most of the people are citizens. But when you, I come from a law enforcement family. I can tell you, there are good cops out there.
There are good cops.
Good cops out there, and that the sad part of it is that those few that are just jerks make it really, really harder for the cops, the good cops that are out there.
It does.
And
It plants fear and anxiety because the history of our country with Afro Americans just wanting the right to live, the violation just for the right to live, and not feeling that security or safety of going to the police or getting the assistance that you need. And like you said, that one person just spreads a cancer across the board.
I think where, a lot of these issues, because I started to wear my Troy Davis shirt today, just as a reminder. And I think with, a lot of these issues that are in play. Hold on, we have a caller. I'm sorry. Hey, caller, you're on Go Live with Cairo Queen. Who's speaking? They hung up. Okay. But a lot of these issues, I feel like, we know the situation. We know what's happened. This has been going on since the onslaught of this country.
Yeah.
What do we do about it? Is voting enough? Is talking to people
Absolutely.
enough?
We constantly, we have to, every generation has to stand up for their right to live. Because again, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And we have to teach our youth to stand up, as young as this, our precious baby behind us, to stand up for what is righteous and stand up for your right to live, or it will be taken from you.
And that's
Every
what I see.
generation, our
That's what
parents
I
had
see.
to, our grandparents had to, so forth, and all the way back to those who died for us, who came to this country in chains. That will continue. We constantly have to, every generation, because this is the type of foundation that was built from the beginning.
Now, I don't feel like
So if
that's
the
even like.
foundation wasn't built right, it's not going to stand on anything, right?
I don't even feel like that's just a black or white issue. I think that
It's
is
from the root.
a United States issue.
It's from the root.
Because
You're
all
looking,
of us have an issue
exactly.
here right now where there's a lot of people who are homeless being mistreated. There are people
Yeah.
who are migrant workers being mistreated. And then we have people who are being murdered and murdered. He was murdered.
He was murdered. He was
So-
murdered.
Well, my solution is either we're going to get more bullets or we're going to go to the ballot. It's that simple. If you don't go to the ballot, you're going to get more bullets. Because if we go and we elect these officials, these are the ones who appoint the judges and the police chiefs. And the police chief ought to be ashamed of himself because he has not issued any statements, has not done anything. But you know what? One thing I want to do is I want to give kudos to the New Orleans police chief. I don't know his name, but he gave a press conference today because one of his officers said on Facebook, "Live like a thug, die like a thug." Put that on Facebook, on his Facebook page. The police chief of New Orleans got wind of it and took this guy off the street and put him on suspension without pay. And they're going to do an investigation. And he gave him a tongue lashing and said that will not be tolerated. So you have to give kudos where kudos are due, and I just want to give my hats off. It's just so
and
much
the
going on.
mentality of people
mentality.
is tarnished, and it's been tarnished since their upbringing, because live like a thug, die like a thug. Where does that mentality? Who's the thug? When we, as all of us,
question.
Who is the thug?
Exactly. Yeah.
Who's the real criminal? When we look at all the images, and all of us in this room, we're in entertainment, radio, television, film, print, theater, all of that. And you look into the history of that, these avenues were means in which we were trying to express our heritage, our love for one another. Because the images from white America was all negative. And that cancer still lives. It still lives. We could change ourselves, but we can't change others. And we hope and we pray, and we have to keep fighting, keep up the bloodstained banner again, because these type of situations will not stop. It's just that we have to continue the struggle. We have to have hope, and we have to have faith, and we have to spread love. These people that have this hate, that's a deep hate. This man has a deep hate. And he's getting these images from television, from radio, from music, from movies, from how we portray ourselves, from how we allow other ethnic groups portray us. And it's ugly. It's demeaning.
That's where I come from with what do we do? Because voting for me, voting's not enough. And I think and that's why I always talk about the magic of media. Because media does this whole hoax. And they put this thing out and they teach you, like, for example, and I'll give you, and I could tell all of America this. If you were born in the last 40 years, what have you always seen about Africa on media?
I mean, Africa was portrayed as a poor country, continent, not country, continent, with countries that were poor. The people looked like savages running through the jungle, and the white man Tarzan came and saved the African people.
What have you seen about India up until the recent movies coming from Bollywood?
Poor people, poor children,
And
starving.
Savage.
we now know that to be a different thing, because the images that we now are showing the rest of the world are great images. I know a prince
Exactly.
from Ghana. I have met the prince. His grandfather was the first black man ever knighted by the Queen of England. I know him. Okay, so and Lorraine knows him. So,
Right.
you know him. You met
And
him.
exactly. But again, great people, great kings. We come from kings and queens. However, in this country, we're portrayed a different way, and we have to continue to fight that battle. It's the tragedy also lies within ourselves, our own people, the poison that we put in one another.
Exactly.
I'm glad you're talking about that, because you talked about black on black crime, and all I have to say is, and I hope I can say this word on, it's a long way up from nigger. It's a long way up, and we always talk about, oh, well, we killing ourselves. We need to cut that out. When you have poor schools, poor education,
That's right.
you have unemployment rate double digits in the black community. People can't get jobs. People
Oppression,
can't get
depression.
work. That poverty.
Yes.
After a while, it's like, how are you going to have any kind of self-esteem? How are you going to care? And then the images, like you just talked about,
Yes.
the images, Queen, of constantly bombarded with negative images of who you are, and everything about you is negative. You can't even get a good history lesson about your
Exactly.
your people until
It's
February.
a genocide. It's
So
an
the point
organized
is, so how
genocide.
do you expect these young people to then say, "Oh, I love myself," and then love other people? Because you got to love yourself before you
Exactly.
can begin to even love other people. So black on black crime is just another symptom of all of this, all
Hate.
these messages. It's all, and the root of it, like you said, Barbara, is hate. It's just a simple. So everybody's oh yeah, we need to go and we need to stop worrying about Zimmerman, and we need to think about how we kill ourselves. All of it is the same. It's just the same. It's self-hatred.
It's a cycle.
It's perpetuation. It's hate perpetuated, and it's self-hate.
And it's important that for those who are opinion leaders who are in this position in radio and television to present those positive images.
Absolutely.
Growing up from the 60s and those great people that fought the battle for us to just be at this point. Look at James Brown, who sang songs, Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud. Those positive images and songs that came out to give Afro-Americans, our brothers and sisters, hope. To be proud of your brown skin, your black skin, your hair. We had to fight so many battles. It's so in various our image, our big lips, our big nose, our eyes, our kinky hair. However we wanted to wear it, we have to continue to fight. Rather, at home, at work. And all of you sitting here, we're all wearing our hair different, but all the battles you had to win just to be who you are, black and beautiful.
Well, I think too, like, and I need to get back probably to playing the jazz music and giving these tickets away. But I think too, just to speak to what I personally feel, like we need to involve the other people and not just make these black issues, but to encompass these other people, to teach them about us. And so that they can go forward. And I feel like the hatred comes from fear.
It is.
And you
False
don't have an
evidence appearing real.
understanding.
Yes, it's a
So
deep
to give them better
hatred.
understanding of the love of us, because we're originally loving creatures. That's why we encompass so many people.
We come
in
for
our
love.
Music,
Our
genres
Father,
and everything.
our Father is love.
So-
We were made in His image. We're in a land of giants. Let's keep it real. And He put us here for a reason, not to be anyone's slave, not to be anyone's nigga, not to be anyone's derogatory image. We were made in his image, which is perfect and which is beautiful, which is love.
Well, I can
And
tell you that's one of the premises behind the Atlanta Black Theater Festival.org. And that's what it really is about telling our stories. I don't
exactly.
think if we don't tell our stories, if we don't give an outlet for young people and the next generation to be creative, then and there's so many ways to give outlets in music, like you said, television, media. It's so many ways. There's it's here. We're here, so we can tell our stories. And one thing I want to say about Atlanta Black Theater, even though it says the Atlanta Black Theater Festival, we are not excluding other folks.
That's what I want to make sure that everybody
The
understands.
criteria is all you have to do. You can submit, and we are accepting submissions right now. We're actually just concluding our first round of submissions. Our second round of submissions will be for the month of April, and we'll send out letters May 1st. But the 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 criteria is you just have to have black folks in your play. You don't. You have to have minimum 2 black folks or 1 black main character. It has to be about a story. It has to be written or co-written. We just want you. We're encouraging diversity. That's why our mission statement says it's the encouragement of the continuance of all theater across the diaspora. So that's what we want to do. We want to incorporate everything. Atlanta Black Theater Festival is actually a marketing term, because people are familiar with it and we want to attract people to it, but it encompasses all types of theater. We just want you to employ some black folks and get them a part of it. So look at the website if you're a playwright or you're a producer or director of theater anywhere in Atlanta. I'm going to New York actually this week to preview to pre-screen or screen some plays to bring down here. We got authors coming from Maryland. We've got a lot of people coming in to check us out. October 4th through the 7th, 2012.
2012, while Monica
Columbus
sits up
Day.
here and talks to her phone.
Listen, I appreciate you guys coming. Not hanging up yet. I'm going to go ahead and roll into a song. I need somebody to call in. Whoever that was called in to get those tickets. 404-567-5831. We have 2 sets of tickets to give away. 404-567-5831. We're all one big happy family. This is the Unity Fest on Go Live. This is Mace Hibbert, who is one of my favorite jazz musicians, and he knows it, and Dior knows it too. So we're going to go ahead and play a little
Dior,
bit of
you
Mace
still there?
Hibbert.
Is he still there?
I think
All
he's
right.
gone. Okay, well,
Okay.
he said he was going to leave around 9 anyway. For Best of Atlanta Concerts and for the W.T. Jones event this week, we have some tickets to give away. 404-567-5831 is your number to get those tickets, and you are the winner. So here is Mace Hibbert, December 18th from Time Gone By. Go live with Cairo Queen Collabo Live 106.5 FM. That is Lenora J. I don't know what's going on with me today, but I kind of messed up my favorite Mace. But I'll get that worked out again next week. So listen, we had a caller call in, and he is a winner for these W.T. Jones tickets for I Do, But Maybe. This is Floyd Grant. You know, Floyd's been here a couple of times. He called in. He is a winner of 2 tickets to Porter Sanford. That is Indicator. And he's going to be going on April 1st. That's this Sunday coming forward. He's going to have 2 complimentary tickets, and I believe it comes with the dinner. Tawanda Jones is actually going to be calling in. She is the actual owner of W.T. Jones, co-owner of W.T. Jones Studios. So you're actually going to talk to her pretty soon in just a minute. So, Floyd, are you happy? Scream.
I'm happy.
That is not a scream. Say congratulations.
Who's your favorite radio station?
Yeah, who is your favorite radio DJ?
Cairo Queen on Collabo Live Music.
Go live on that. I like that. Sounded good. Say it again. Okay, Floyd, what you got going on? You have any shows or anything coming up?
Right now, no. But I am working on my now. And it should be released this summer around July.
Awesome. That's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to that. I need to do shots out to all the things that are going on this weekend and next weekend. So let's get ready. Thank you for calling in, Floyd. I'll call you later and get your information for Tawanda. If she calls in, you can stay on the line. If she calls in, you can chit-chat with her in a second. But listen, Atlanta, we have a lot of stuff going on. Women of Wealth magazine is doing a big, huge event. Go to WOW, W-O-W, globalsummit.com and get your tickets for this Friday and Saturday, one of the biggest women networking events in the whole entire city. Great shows that are going to be happening that night. Friday night, you have Dwight Eubanks. He's putting on a big celebrity international fashion show. I just heard Halle Berry is going to be there, and I heard Queen Latifah's going to be there. Now, that's I heard, so don't count me on that, but I heard that. Big celebrity event. Tickets are $45 to get in. On Saturday night, Jennifer Holliday will be at the Ritz-Carlton. Both events are at the Ritz-Carlton. And the day shows, the day events, which are lectures from over 30 women who are going to be live in person. Rich women, women who are successful, women who have been doing some big, great, huge things doctors, lawyers, entertainment, all sorts of people, and men too. They're going to be there for lectures all day long Friday, all day long Saturday. Friday night, they have a red carpet reception. I'll be there.
Yay!
Blinging. But anyway.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be great.
You get a Queen's discount. Tickets are normally $200. The Queen's discount, $150. If you tell them that you got a ticket from the Queen or buy the Queen, $125. I'm sorry, $125 will get you a ticket to a dinner, full course meal, elegant, catered by, of course, some wonderful chefs. You have Jennifer Holliday's concert, red carpet reception, all sorts of big stuff that's going to be going on there. And then, oh my goodness. So we have next week, Toni Red's going to be here. Toni Red is going to be doing a live interview because she has some big stuff going on with her new CD coming out. You know, she's going to talk to you about what she's been doing and where she's going. And then, Shaka Khan. I feel for you.
I feel for
you.
you.
In Atlanta. She's going to be here.
I think.
Are you going to Shaka Khan's concert?
I feel for you.
I'll be there on April 4th. I'll be at Shaka Khan's concert. It's going to be off the chain, so I'll probably be doing a little bit of conversation with that if everything works out for me tomorrow. But anyway, so tomorrow we might be doing some live feeds about, Shaka Khan. I know that Dior will be there interviewing Shaka Khan, Best of Atlanta Concerts. He's going to be doing some big plugs there. Great radio stations doing some fantastic fundraising for themselves. I can't say their name, but they gave me some tickets. So anyway,
wonderful.
I'll be going there, and we're going to have a great time. On the 5th, big, huge reception for the Atlanta Jazz Festival coming forward at the Lowe's Hotel. Going to be doing a big press release. Big show going to be there. The mayor's going to be there. All sorts of people are going to be there. Make sure if you have an invite, you be there because it's going to be a fantastic show. I can't tell you why. But anyway, this is going to be the press release. All the press is going to be there. I think CBS News and some other people might be there.
Comcast, A-List Entertainment News.
Comcast Entertainment News. We're all going to be up in there. Collabo's going to be there. We're going to be going live, of course, covering it. Lots of wonderful people going to be in the room. I had a blast last year. They had great food. They did. Wear your formal or your semi-formal. It's going to be beautiful. That's, I think, only on invitation only. If you have an invitation, I look forward to seeing you there. Make sure you bring business cards. Now, after that, big stuff. Lots of things coming up. Oh, I just got a stage for the Sweet Auburn Music Fest. It's going to be the Jazz and Blues Sound Stage Experience. That's big for me because they never even had jazz and blues before. So I get my own jazz and blues stage. So we're going to put on probably the best stage show ever you've ever seen in Atlanta. That's going to be May 18th through the 20th. And then on, and I'm like overly excited. I know Trey Gilbert, I'm going to send a shout out to you because I know that you have the music store coming up pretty soon, sometime in April. I'm not really sure. I know it's going to be the Apache Cafe, big stuff. And then Joey Somerville and Xavier Lewis are going to be at Apache Cafe on Friday. And then I cannot say this lady's name. Please forgive me. But she's a great musician. Going to be at Churchill Grounds on Friday night. At the High Art Museum on Friday night. Of course, the Zydeco's going to be there Friday, did he say? Or Saturday at Churchill Grounds?
I believe he said Saturday, but...
Or is that the Churchill Grounds band?
Churchill Grounds.
Okay, that was Best of Atlanta concert.
Yes.
Again, love you, Sam Yee. Love you, John
Quartet,
Scatina.
Churchill Grounds.
Cafe
Quartet.
290. All the people that play there. I think Thursday night, DeJuan Bosman is going to be at Acoustics Jazz. I actually said that. And he's going to be doing a live show. So much stuff going on. Like he said, 2,000 events a night. Is that what he said?
2,000 events a night.
That's bonkers. 2,000 events a night in Atlanta.
There's always something to do. Big things going on in Atlanta.
That's why I broadcast and she Comcasted. I want to thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for
You
kidnapping
rock.
me.
Thank you, young lady. You are a fantastic co-host. Tell everybody out there in Atlanta.
Hi.
You got any friends you want to say hi to? Say hi to your friends.
Hi, friends.
She rocks.
So cute.
She's going to be a host one day.
It's so cute. I love it.
You love jazz? Cool. All right, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to spin out. I think I'm going to play. I don't know. I have a couple more songs to play. So that was Lenora J, by the way, that I was just playing. But I'm going to play. I don't know why I keep using that. But I'm going to play Sunlight in My Rain by Mr. Alex Lattimore. And this is a song that I absolutely love. It's on a high note, you know. Gave away some tickets. Thank you, Floyd. You rock for calling. Thank you, Dior Best of Atlanta Concerts. Thank you to Toni Henson for coming and sitting in with us. And thank you for Tawanda Jones and those tickets that are going to go out for her play on Sunday, April the 1st at the Porter Sanford.
Yes.
With dinner. I do.
In Decatur.
Maybe.
Is that Decatur, Rainbow
That
Drive?
is in Decatur.
Rainbow Drive, Porter Sanford. Yes.
I'm glad she remembered because I said Porter Francis earlier. So Porter Sanford.
Boy, we were all tongue-tied tonight. My head, this piling count, I'm like, Lord.
And Dope Boy sneezing. I told you about getting sick.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and play this song and then we're going to get out of here because next you have Diva Deb coming with the Cougars Den. Give me 5. You rock. You did too. Thank you so much, Barbara Young. She was awesome. And Lorraine, who's trying to hide over there in the corner. Come get on the camera.
I know. I'll come back next time and talk about what Barbara Young is doing besides Comcast. But I mean, just to be here and talk to the others and everything about what Toni's doing and
she's bonkers, right?
Oh, that was wonderful. You know.
That's why I had to have this on here because when I know so many people that are so amazing, I just want to make sure the rest of the world knows about them because I want everybody to get at least some type of, look at this. I'm so mad at you.
This is hilarious.
Listen, I just had a guest, Daniel Terence Harper, who was supposed to come in. You're gonna, oh my
Snuck
God,
in.
James, my little baby. Look, Daniel Terence Harper
Too
and
cute.
James Robinson. These are two
Snuck
sons
in.
of two legends in jazz. This is a trumpet player and this is a sax player. This child plays 5 instruments. Just so you know, I have to
10.
have
Don't
them
get
on
it
there.
twisted. He said
Excuse me,
10
and very
instruments.
charismatic.
That's
Guys, say
right.
hi real quick. They're going back to Churchill grounds to come say hi.
Hi, everybody.
We're gonna say hi really quick. I got 5 minutes. I'm going to play a song in the background and then turn it up. This is Daniel Terence Harper, aka Danny Harper and Terry Harper's son. Thank you for finally coming because I know you had to get my other baby here. Hi. I'm so glad to see you. This
And
kid
you
is
gotta
bonkers.
introduce
He can
yourself.
outdo a whole bunch of grown people doing.
That's right. Keeping jazz
sax.
alive right here.
On saxophone. Say hi. You know, I know you.
Hello.
And your name
13.
is?
Are you 14 yet?
Yes.
Okay, now he's 14. He's a
Listen.
man.
At 14, what's your name?
Oh, James
James.
Robertson.
James.
Tell everybody who your dad is and where he plays at.
My dad is John Robertson. He plays at Dante's Down the Hatch in Buckhead, the John Robinson Trio.
Yeah, and he's been there 25 years holding down jazz. And your dad has been at Churchill grounds and is a legend in music, period. And you're going to be a legend because you're on your way. On your way back to Churchill and Plains, right? Look, you graduated from Rutgers, right?
Yeah, I did.
Rutgers graduate. He looks 5, but he's really like 26. This is my baby too. One of my other nephew's sons. This is Danny Harper, the legend. Terry Harper, the legend's baby, oldest baby. And Deshaun. But say hi. You got
Okay.
3 minutes.
I'm about to head down to Churchill. I guess in about the next 10 to 15 minutes. Also, Philip Harper, one of my uncles, is actually in town.
Yes.
He'll be down there as well. So it's going to be a good night. I can't wait to get down there.
Well, I love you. Thank you for coming. You know you got to come back now. We have to
Yep,
sit
I
down
know.
with the whole band, and we'll talk about young jazz. And let's do that.
That's
in,
right. Keep
April,
it jazz
because,
alive in the
jazz-
ATO.
This is my next generation jazz. What is that playing?
That is the background music going.
Oh, is that your phone? Okay. Look. Okay. Go live at Cairo, Queen. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from another. Until next time, go live. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
It was a great
you.
show. Love you, Dope Boy. And thank you, Oliver. Thank you, all of America. And everybody was paying attention. And the people called in and tried to get in, and I didn't take the call. Bless you. So, next time, we'll do some more things next week with Toni Red. And then next month is April Jazz Appreciation Month, which you'll be here and you'll be here. Got me? Okay, I'm being bossy now. Okay, so let's go ahead and play Alex Lattimore, Sunlight in My Rain, and we're out.
together shines proudly